Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So this is not the kind of video that I usually do. I almost never do videos in my truck. But I'm running errands today. I'm incredibly busy this week. I'm especially busy today, and if I don't take the opportunity right now to film this video, then I won't even have a video for Sunday. I'm out running some errands this morning. My last errand of the morning. The place isn't quite open yet, and so I thought, I've got a couple of minutes, let me film and talk about something real quick, because like I said, I've got a whole lot to do, and Mr. Smith has been out of town again, and it's up to me to get the things done that need to get done right now. Coffee. All right, y'all. So I just wanted to do a dedicated video to address this topic, the dog. And I'm not going to keep talking about this. You know, the German Shepherd that was abandoned out in our area. We've been feeding him now for going on about 2 months. We first saw him about 3 months ago, something along those lines. It's hard to remember the exact dates. But if you don't know the story, I'll link it up here in a card, whichever side it is. I don't usually film on my phone, like I said. And I certainly don't usually film in my truck. But I think it has pretty good audio in here. The acoustics, I guess, will be good. So you should be able to hear me just fine. So here's the thing. I get so many comments, and I'm getting so many comments that look kind of like this. And I'll put it up here on this side. And here's the thing. We do not need any more dogs. I have 4 dogs. 4. When we moved to Arkansas, we had 3 dogs. The only reason we have 4 dogs is because the first year we were in Arkansas, somebody dumped an entire litter of coonhounds out here in the woods, or out there in the woods, because I'm not home. And miraculously, and thanks to my daughter-in-law who's in Tennessee, we were able to find places for initially all of the puppies. We didn't want to keep a puppy. We had 3 dogs. We were full up. We didn't need any more. And as I was transporting all 8 coonhound puppies to Tennessee, 6 of them to be adopted and 2 of them to go to a coonhound rescue in Pennsylvania, one of the adoptions fell through. And so we ended up bringing one of the dogs home. That's our Ruby. And we ended up keeping her. We had no intention of adding another dog to the house. We already had, at the time, 3 cats, 1 inside, 2 outside. We now have 5 cats because, you know, somebody dumped kittens and one of them came to our house. Milk Dud, and that's Otis. We have Milk Dud, the sneezy cat who he's never going to be a healthy cat. He's just poorly. He showed up one day, not long after the puppies incident. We're full up. You know, Ruby, the coonhound, she ended up being a really good dog. Although she is the most stubborn dog I've ever had in my life. House training her was a nightmare. Like, I didn't know if it was ever going to happen. Almost every single dog that I have house trained, it's taken about 4 days and they're done. Good to go. Every dog. All the dogs we've had over, like, Mr. Smith's and I, 3 decades plus marriage. They've all been done in just a couple of days. The only one that took a little bit longer was Shotzi, because he's a rat terrier, and rat terriers are a little stubborn. But he only took about 2 weeks. Ruby? The coonhound took months. Thankfully, I mean, I had to roll up all of my rugs. And thankfully there's only one room in our whole house that has carpet, and I just gated it off so she couldn't go in there, because y'all, carpet, rugs, when house training puppies, that's just so gross. So we rolled everything up, and I didn't know if I was ever going to get rugs back, because it took months to train her. Coonhounds, I don't know if they're all this way. I've kind of been told they are. Crazy stubborn, super hard to house train, because they do what they want. But like I said, she has turned out to be a really good dog. She's very sweet, still stubborn as a mule, and I can speak on experience of that, because, you know, we have a mule. Well, technically he's a hinny, but there's a whole video about that. So we were full up, y'all. And a German Shepherd, number one, it's a good sized dog. We've already got big dogs. Shotzi's our only little dog. And dogs are expensive. I'm not made of money. Mr. Smith's not made of money. I mean, we're making ends meet and we're doing all right, but it's a lot, y'all. And we cannot take in another dog. We can't. I would love to be able to, but that's not going to happen. And this dog specifically, because it is very clear that this dog has a history of being abused. It does not trust people. I've been feeding it, like I said, for about 2 months now. Somewhere around there. I've kind of lost track. And I still can't really touch him. And, you know, yeah, you saw the video where I showed up and he's jumping around. He's super excited. He's so happy to see me. Well, he's so happy to see me because I'm bringing food. And he's more excited than he used to be because, you see, I was bringing him dry dog food, the same kind that my dogs eat, except I bought him a higher protein one for active dogs because he was so underweight. But I noticed that when I was feeding him, that he would start eating and he would drop a lot of food. Like he was having trouble with it, like there was something wrong with his mouth, like there was an injury or something. And then it got to be where he was barely eating his food. And I'm like, I don't know if he can handle the hard food. There's something wrong with him. And so I started bringing him some canned food. And when I switched to canned food, oh, he was so excited. Oh, when he sees me, it's like birthday cake has arrived. He is super excited because I'm bringing the yummy food and he can eat it. So yeah, he's super hungry and he's super excited to see the lady who brings him the food. But he's not excited enough to see me and let me pet him. Maybe people didn't catch that. If I linger too long around him, he growls at me. If I talk too much to him, he growls at me. He's highly food aggressive. Okay, the fact that he's letting me get that close to him when I'm bringing food is great. I don't have to worry about him doing a Cujo at me like he did the first day while I'm trying to feed him. But there is no way I can bring him to our property. No way, because I cannot bring an animal to my property if I cannot trust him. And if I can't even touch him, there's no way I can trust him. Shepherds have a very high prey drive, and they are very well known for going after other animals. We have chickens that free roam. We have ducks that we let free roam now. We've also got the goats. We've also got the mini mule, the mini donkey, the mini hinny, the mini donkey. But above all the animals, I also have a 3-year-old granddaughter who would run right over to sad doggy and try and give him a hug. That dog is a danger to my homestead and all that live there. So, no, I don't think that God brought me this dog. Some dirtbag dumped him in the middle of nowhere. I just happened to be stopping and feeding him, and I'm not the only one. Other people are stopping and feeding him too. I've actually put a sign out there to let people know, hey, he can't eat hard food. Thank you to anybody else who is helping take care of this dog. There's at least one, maybe two other people who are feeding him also. And I noticed that yesterday when I stopped, he had a bowl full of leftovers. There was like some sort of meat with rice in it, and slices of pizza with jalapeno peppers. He didn't like those so much. So y'all, he's not coming to my homestead. I am not adopting him. I am not a 501(c) blah 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 whatever it is. I'm not a rescue group. I'm just a person, and I cannot take him on. That is why I'm trying to find someone who can. I can't do it, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to try. It's not worth the risk. I'm not going to risk the lives of my animals, or more importantly, the lives of my family members and my 3-year-old granddaughter. It's just not happening. So the best we can do is hope and pray that I can find a rescue for him, because otherwise I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. And what I can't do is bring him to my homestead. I can't do it. I can't even touch him. How am I supposed to get him in my truck? You know, I can't put a collar on him. I can't touch him. So in any case, I hope that clears everything up. And I'm not trying to be mean. Y'all know I love animals. Those of you who have been around for a while, you know that when we lived in Alabama for several years, I volunteered at the county kill shelter. I photographed and filmed animals to help them get adopted, and it greatly increased their adoption rate because I was giving these animals exposure. I mean, took in 8 puppies. 8 puppies that someone dumped. I've taken in 2 cats that one was certainly dumped, and the other one, who knows, just showed up from somewhere. I can't save them all. I can't save them all. It's just me. I'm a human. And, you know, that's just the way it is. So, I do what I can, but I can't do everything. So, with that, the place that I need to go into today has now opened up. So I'm going to head on in and get to work. I'm working on my kitchen again today, trying to finish up my tile so I can get the floor completely finished. And then I've got a whole bunch of other things to do. We are having our house appraised next week because we're kind of doing a refinance thing. We're able to reduce our interest rate a little bit. And so I'm trying to get everything buttoned up for the assessment or appraisal, to be done. So with that, y'all have a great week. This will be going up on Sunday. God bless, and I'll talk to y'all next time.